how are you with conspiracy?
I think I feel like if you're selling shirts, you're already a lie, man. Like if you're selling merch, you're trying to get famous off that bullshit.
Yeah.
You're a lie already.
Yeah.
You're a lie.
Yeah.
You're like a regular pastor, bro, a preacher. You're not even helping anybody. At least a preacher gives people hope.
Yeah. So this dude I used to work with, he said that he thinks the real Christians are the ones that hold the signs up for free, because he's like, they believe, like they're actually afraid. They don't want money. They're just on the corner trying to tell everyone, hey, man, you're going to hell.
John the Baptist, man. They thought he was crazy because he smelled and he stunk.
Yeah.
But he was like prophesizing the coming of Jesus.
Yeah.
But there was somebody before him prophesizing that there's going to be John the Baptist. I think it was Zacharias.
I don't know. Are you religious?
No, but when I was in rehab, I was in non-denomination rehab. But we listened to we used to have daily prayer and daily devotion and all the men. We didn't watch television.
Yeah.
There was no TV.
That's crazy, man.
And back then there was no cell phones, and there was only like landline phones.
No, hold up. So you're in rehab, you're trying to get off drugs, and you have like literally no connection to the outside world.
Nothing, bro.
Oh my God.
Nothing but bad memories to keep me awake at night.
Dude, were you going insane?
I was going insane.
Oh my God.
And there were like 5 other dudes with me.
Yeah.
So you can't really like masturbate. So I didn't.
By the way, everyone, just you're listening, we got the very legendary Felipe Esparza. Dude, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having me.
Of course, bro. Should we, before we go into this story, should we let people know why you're in rehab? Because we have some people that don't really know your story.
I was in rehab I went to rehab when I was like 21, I think years old. For like crack and also people in the neighborhood, they were looking for me.
So you got a nice like twofer?
When I was living in my neighborhood, there was like, oh man, there was like so many gangs.
Yeah.
All in a little small area.
Yeah.
I guess we're I don't know, I'm not a biologist or
really?
or botanist with the deals with plants.
Yeah.
But I read somewhere that if when you put mice together in a tight area, sooner or later they're gonna break off in packs. They're gonna break off in
little
packs.
groups.
And I think that what happened with humans, because we live in the housing projects and it's tight. Like it's like we're all tight, we're all closed in.
Mm-hmm.
So 11 gangs sprung out of that neighborhood.
That is unreal.
Like there was a gang on the other side. They were all Crips, like First Street Crips.
Yeah.
And then there was like other gangs that were not gangs, but they still fought against each other.
Yeah.
Who had long hair, and they were called stoners. They were called AV fellas, AV rock.
Were they just like little cliques?
Cliques.
And they just became down like
little
whatever?
cliques. And then there were break dancers who became Crips and became cholos later. And then later on, taggers who became cholos, bro.
That's a crazy pipeline, because some of those guys started in like an art. Like they just like want to dance and like move funny. And then
I was on a bus going to my mom's job. She worked at an elementary school.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna go hang out because she gets off at 6.
Yeah.
So I try to get in there, like at 6, get a little free dinner and go back to my house.
Of course. Yeah.
And I was in a bus and some dude was writing a tag on the bus, like his tag, and then some other dude pulled out a 380, bro, like a gun. And I could tell this guy never murdered anybody because he got the gun and he went back.
Yeah.
And then he jammed the bullet in there.
Smart guy.
So when he shot, bah, it got stuck.
Yeah.
So, but the next one did come out, but he was gone. He was running.
Yeah, of course.
So
that's kind of embarrassing.
Yeah, man. He thought like he was gonna come out like in New Jack City or T.J. Hooker or these crime shows and go, fool. And he had a sideways too.
So he was really watching the movies.
Yeah, his guy must have told him, go kill an enemy and come back. He failed.
You think that was God looking out, or you think he was just an idiot?
I think God was looking out for the other guy who didn't get shot. That's what my mom said one time. Because my brother was shot by the police.
Yeah.
He was shot by the sheriffs, LA County sheriffs, with his friends. But a bunch of his friends got murdered in an accident. You know.
Yeah. No. Well, it was an accident.
I thought my mom lies. You know, my mom would say that, no, pues el accidente. ¿Cuál accidente? How do you crash here? How do you crash? How do you normally walk and accidentally get into a shootout with the cops? So my brother lived, and he was paralyzed from the waist up.
Oh my God, man!
So he was sitting like,
is he still like that, or he recovered?
Nah, he's normal now. But he was gonna people get paralyzed from the waist down. He was paralyzed from the waist up.
That is crazy.
So he could move his legs.
Could he eat?
He could eat, but he was like this. We had to tie him up.
Wow.
And that guy's a straight up fool, bro. Like a full born arch criminal.
No, he gets into accidents, bro.
When he was like, they sent him to a hospital where they send people with brain injuries, like Muhammad Ali, the boxer. There was a picture of him there.
Yeah,
because he went there for getting punched a bunch of times in the head at the Downey, city of Downey brain surgery. It's a big brain hospital in the city of Downey. And my brother was there, like, and Father Greg Boyle from Homeboy Industry. He's the one that put me in rehab.
Oh,
so
really?
After he sent me in rehab.
By the way, that's if you're not from LA, how would you describe him? Because he's pretty like, he's
a Jesuit priest from the Lord Mission Church.
Yeah.
He's part of the Catholic community, and he's been in Boyle Heights since I was a kid.
Yeah.
And he's probably been conned by every cholo.
Oh, really? Oh my! And he's still for the community.
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember when I was a kid, I was like in high school, and I was part of this youth group where, like, other people who don't want to be a knucklehead go hang out, and we talk about feelings, and we have punch and cookies and sandwiches, and then we'll go to Father Greg Boyle will take us a cruising, bro, like out of the neighborhood.
Wow.
That's the only chance I ever got to get out of the projects.
Yeah. Was
on Friday night with Father Greg. And I think I lied or something because I wanted to go to West Hollywood. Because I would hear like the older black guys in the neighborhood. They would talk about, man, we picked up on these white bitches over there in West Hollywood by UCLA. And I'm like, what? And I was like, I never heard those two words together. I just heard white people. But they were talking about like they were just sleeping with everyone in the projects or something.
Yeah.
Man, we got these white bitches. And sometimes I would look at them and they'd be like beautiful college white women coming out of their house. And I'm like, you gotta have some serious game, man.
Yeah.
Like this guy should be selling cars.
Yeah. To convince him.
He should be on television selling timeshares. The way he's convincing these beautiful white college girls from UCLA to come to the housing projects.
Oh my God.
And hang out and wake up in a house with 7 people in it.
What do you think they were doing?
That must be like imagine the walk of shame of that, where you're hanging out with your college friends at a frat party, and then you wake up at Boyle Heights, Pico Gardens housing projects, bro. She probably woke up to the morning to the smell of burned bologna, bro.
Crazy. And then she went back to school.
I always talk about that. Always thought about that my whole life. Like, that guy was, and these guys who were going over there to UCLA and to hang out at UCLA were just like, what do you say when they ask you where do you live?
Yeah. What would you say?
Bitch, I live down the street. You know. Back then, if you said Boyle Heights, they'll just turn around and not want to go because Boyle Heights was not like Boyle Heights now.
Yeah. What would you say though, if it was you, if you could go back and you're trying to enchant a beautiful white college woman, what would you say? They're like, where do you live?
By the freeway. Don't lie. I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
I live by the freeway.
Yeah.
I remember having girls who drop me off. I would have them drop me off like 5 blocks from my neighborhood.
Yeah, just because you didn't want them to see.
I didn't want to see, or sometimes they would drive me. I got dropped off in the neighborhood, and they got bombarded by a bunch of people trying to sell them drugs. Like, hey, I got bigger.
Yeah.
Like their hands sticking out with crack.
Well, crack. So going back to the original point. So
I lied to Father Greg Boyle that I live in West Hollywood, bro.
And he took you there?
They took us over there to see it. I was driving around. Man, as a little kid, and that part of West Hollywood where the movie theater is, where they have the premieres, I thought it was like in Disneyland, dude. Like it was all lit up. Like
yeah.
It was like, it was lit up.
Yeah.
Man. Like what I see how Vegas is, like
yeah, it's
but I never seen that before.
Yeah.
I just saw red lights and green lights, and liquor store.
Yeah.
Cobra bar, LAPD lights, ambulance.
Yeah.
People shooting, dogs barking at night.
But never people's faces on billboards and stuff like that.
And we get there, we see like these billboards for like Lethal Weapon and all these big movie stars.
Where did he take you? He just drove you?
He just drove me through there, man,
Okay.
by Wilshire and the heart of it. And we got off and walked around. Nobody bought nothing because we had no money.
Were you anywhere near like the clubs, like the store or anything like that? Or when did that actually cross paths for you? Like I forget when.
What?
Stand up, like what pushed you into it?
Well, I had a friend who was, it's funny. I lived like in the projects, and this kid, he lived across the street in a regular home.
Oh.
There were actually homeowners.
Yeah.
Across the street from the projects. But it was just like their back of the garage was our front door.
Wow. Was it like just across like an alley?
Yeah, because it was a street called Eagle Street.
Mm-hmm.
And Eagle Street crossed through the housing projects, the beginning of the projects. And his house was a regular house. His garage opened up to Eagle Street. And our house.
That's so crazy.
Every time we wake up in the morning, we see the back of the garage.
Interesting. Wow.
Some future, right?
Yeah.
So we ended up being friends, and he had a record player, and he started playing stand-up comedy for us.
Yeah.
And we would listen to stand-up comedy, and later on a bunch of all the stand-up comedy, and later on we got older. The dad started loading us pornos.
Let's go.
Debbie does dishes. Guess what? She never did the dishes. His dad would load us that porno and go, "Be careful with this."
So a
lot of people will come back blind. And I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
All right, but you were bumping comedy albums.
I ended up having his father on our podcast too.
Oh wow, how was
He's
that?
a Vietnam vet. He's a nice man.
Yeah.
He was like his father. You know how I don't know, like in the movies, there's always like that one man that everybody respects, and Mr. whatever.
Yeah.
But he was like a Vietnam vet, and the reason he lived across the street from the project was because when he was a kid, he used to work at the liquor store, and he was the errand boy. Like, he would deliver groceries.
Interesting.
He swept, and he was cashier, and he was trusted by the owner. And then when the owner got older, he sold him his house, which he lived. Right.
Oh, okay, got it. So he was like part of the neighborhood since way back.
Way back, man.
Yeah. At what point did like Boyle Heights like turn over? Like, was it all right, and then it got bad, and then good again, or?
I don't know, man. I started watching hipsters walking around my housing projects.
Oh yeah, you would have seen them coming in.
I saw them walking around first when I was like in and out of rehab.
Yeah.
Like I would wake up, I'm a bender, and I look out the window. And I would look out the fucking window.
You just see a kid on
and
a
I see
pixie.
a bunch of hipsters were walking around, like they're observing or discovering a new land, bro. Like they're looking at the housing project, because these people are like from Massachusetts, Milwaukee.
Yeah,
they never seen shit like that. They're just walking around.
Yeah,
like how can we help these people? And like how can we get them out of these tragedies?
Yeah.
And I would look out the window and yell out like a maniac, "Fuck you! Fuck you!
Were you actually mad, or were you just?
Nah, I was just freaking them out, bro, because that's what they wanted to see.
Yeah.
I would go outside with a bunch of pills, but they're all white vitamins.
Yeah.
You guys want to buy some? Because I know that they were. I know that they were. I don't know they were hipster at the time, but I knew they were not gonna do nothing. They were not gonna help.
Yeah. Would they scatter like mice when you came out with the pills?
Yeah. They would stand still, and and then somebody from the neighborhood would go back in the house, Batman.
Yeah, because
they used to call me Batman.
Yeah. So 21. You're
in rehab.
You're in rehab. You're going back in there because you smoke crack at 21. First of all, people always joke about like trying crack. You've done it and you came back.
Yeah, man. Every day I feel like smoking it though. The feeling that one thing I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like if you're out there trying to struggle with crack, and then every day you feel like smoking crack, even though you try to quit last week, it's never gonna go away, man. You just don't do it, and you just don't think about. Oh man, I'm no way I'm gonna not do crack for a whole year. It ain't a whole year, man. It's just today. Just don't do it today, and then tomorrow, we'll worry about tomorrow when it comes.
Yeah,
that's why it was a hard time for me to stop doing drugs because I saw it like you know how I saw it, man. I saw quitting drugs like a book report that's due at the end of the year. And I'll get to it.
Yeah, just some shit you'll do.
And
later.
then all of a sudden it's due the next day. I'll do the nutrition. But now, man, you gotta. It's like a book report. Today, you read one page. You know? Okay, I read one page.
Yeah.
But now, man, I kept putting it off.
Yeah.
But finally, I just told myself no. But I've fallen off the wagon so many times, and got back on.
Yeah.
But this time, it's the longest I've been without hardcore drugs since 2009. I'm Hollywood sober. Like, I still smoke weed, and if somebody puts a mushroom in my drink, I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. We don't
Tell
know.
me later.
We don't know. Yeah.
But it's been tough, man, because when you're sober, you try to find your brain. And at least my brain tries to find an excuse to go back to using drugs. Of
course.
Like even whether I leave super, super happy. Like when I was riding the vehicle, the car, like that was an adrenaline. And I wanted to go fast. And then when I got off, I'm back home. I wanted to repeat that feeling of going fast.
Yeah.
And I know how to do that. Meth. Right?
You've done meth?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's it like?
It tastes like all the chemicals that your mom tells you not to eat when you're like plumbing and
yeah.
It's not good, man. You waste a lot of time. That's what being on drugs do. You waste a lot of valuable time where you could be spending with your kids or painting a picture or learning how to draw.
Well, man, I'm glad you're off it. But so when you were 21, did you check yourself into the rehab?
No, man. I was given an ultimatum, man. Go inside rehab or end up in jail or dying.
Yeah.
Because I got into a fight with someone in the neighborhood that was well respected, I guess.
Yeah.
But not by me.
Yeah.
And you have to give a lot of respect to get respect. Yeah. I used to think that you give somebody one person respect, then everybody sees that. Nah, man, you gotta respect everybody.
Yeah.
From the smallest job in the world to the biggest. Treat them everybody the same.
Yeah.
So me and this guy got into this crazy fight, and
can you say if you won?
Nobody won, bro.
Oh, okay. All right.
Well, we both got hurt, you know. Yeah. I ended up with a big black guy.
Yeah.
That black guy was on me for like 3 weeks.
Oh my God.
Like if I went into a football game against Manchester United and Crystal Palace against the British teams.
Yeah.
And I said, forget Manchester. Like that.
Yeah.
So I was a big black guy, and it lasted a long time. Like every time I look at it, I felt bad. But I also it was really bad. I don't know. get too into it, man. But
that's fine. We don't have to.
He was killing me, man. He was about to like strangle me to death.
Oh my God.
So I had to bite his ear off, man.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Had to do it.
I was on the anger and alcoholic strength.
Yeah.
So you can't stop that, man.
No, that's like yeah.
You gotta tase somebody like Rodney King, bro.
Yeah. you might have walked through the taser still.
Yeah, so I was in rehab and there was no television.
Yeah.
Listen, people, this is before cell phones, before blogs, before having a real thought. So there was no social media and there was no nothing, man. Our social media was like there was a popular magazine like People magazine or Latina magazine or any other magazine. You would have to write a letter to get your thoughts on that magazine, luckily.
Yeah.
And then somebody will write liar, and then they'll print it right there. And they'll just be on the magazine.
Yeah.
So I will read that. That was my social media.
Just magazines.
So there was a lot of books,
yeah.
Bro. This is how bored I was, bro, in that rehab. That I would get the whole box of Trivial Pursuit and just learn history reading the answers.
God.
Like there was no encyclopedia, bro, in that rehab. There was no book. So I would, and none of those. And I was there with a bunch of heroin addicts.
Yeah.
Who just cry all night.
Even
they were,
yeah.
They wanted heroin and smell like feet.
Yeah.
So all I had was that, and then there was this black dude who had 5 Louis L'Amour books, the most boringest cowboy books ever. Like every time you open a book, you hear a harmonica go.
I'm not even familiar like with who that author.
Louis L'Amour is most of his books are in prisons, by the way.
Okay.
Because nobody's gonna buy those books.
Is it because they're bad?
They're good.
Okay.
They're good, but they're all cowboy series. Because I guess back then anybody could write a book because they would pay you by words.
Oh, so that's super long?
Super long. That's why the L. Ron Hubbard,
he
wrote that thick-ass Dianetics book.
Yeah.
Got paid on that, bro. They paid him by words.
No, what? I didn't know he got paid for that book.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard used to write UFO
I know that.
fiction.
Yeah, I know that.
And
but
Louis L'Amour was like the opposite. He would write cowboy movies.
Got it. Okay.
I think some of those movies Clint Eastwood did.
Okay.
Yeah, but there all the books were like, we got a few ways to calm you down. Colt takes out of his gun, looks at Max straight in the eyes with a dead stare at sunset and responds with a gun in his hand. Well, there better be some good ones. And that's a bunch of cowboy stories.
Yeah.
So I didn't read none of those books, bro. Just that it was not my thing.
Yeah.
My thing was get in a big old box of Trivial Pursuit and go through entertainment and geography, and because nobody wanted to play.
Yeah.
I don't want to play that stupid ass game.
Of course. Yeah. Damn. You're trying to do anything in there. You're just
anything, bro.
You're talking to former heroin addicts being like, you want to play
and we had a gym with like 2 weights.
Yeah.
After a while, man, like I'm never gonna get. I was the only one who didn't lift weights.
So everyone else will work out, and you were like,
they will work out, man. I'm just not into that, man. It was one of those things that is gonna take too long.
But you had time.
But I want instant results.
Yeah, fair.
And that's why I think that's why with a drug addict.
Yeah, because you want you
do coke and boom.
Yeah, you're up. That's so funny, man. Oh my gosh, dude.
We had horseshoe game. One of the boringest game ever, bro.
Like actual toss it for the wow.
Horseshoe, it was invented they invented horseshoes too soon, man. Like horseshoe is something that should have started right now, while white people need another sport to dominate.
Yes. They lost football. White people lost football.
They lost MMA.
Oh no, I mean they got one of their guys back in there. Drakus,
yeah.
Do you watch a lot of MMA?
Now I do.
Yeah.
Now I do because somebody gave me the red box.
Yeah. So you're in there.
But sometimes I watch MMA, but I like to watch MMA tutorials more.
Yeah.
Because they teach you the moves.
Of course.
Then you could try them on like somebody like 5 inches shorter than you.
Hey.
Because they don't work on people your size, my size.
Yeah, guys your size. That's a challenge.
I like those videos, man, where it's a man and a woman and doing self-defense.
Yeah.
But then it turns sexual.
Isn't that just on Pornhub?
Then not a porno, but it's just it ends up being a comedy video instead.
Yeah.
Or like the guy, like he puts a gun to the girl and then like she pants him instead.
Yeah. I've not seen this.
But that's embarrassing, bro. Like if somebody would pants me, my move is to grab my hands and pull them up.
Of course.
So she pants that dude, and that fool automatically puts the gun down to put down his pants, and she fucking gets the top of her head and headbutts him right in her nose.
Gotta do it.
Breaks his face.
I've never been pants. You just made me think about that. I've never been pants.
I've been pants, bro. In my neighborhood, bro, like in the projects, it's boredom, bro.
Yeah.
Plus, no social media back then.
So you gotta either punch someone or pants someone.
I'm watching this. There's this football game in my neighborhood between these two people, and I'm just chilling there, bro, trying to talk to these two girls. Of
course.
And then my friend pants me, bro.
Oh, dude, gotta kill him. It's over, dude.
Like pants me, bro. Like my sweats come down, no pubic hair, bro. Little pecker. Little burnt shrimp right there, sitting on lava rocks.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, man, is that I have a very, very large torso. So even if I was XL, I would wear 2X.
Yeah.
To cover my belly button.
Oh, so
it was long enough to cover up everything.
Okay. So you got the hide.
They just saw like a burnt walnut on the bottom, the tip. But everybody laughed already.
Yeah.
So then there was another thing that my friends would do. Like somebody will stand behind you and they'll push you over.
Yeah. Or like, what's the one, the dead leg where they hit you with you ever seen that one?
No.
Like they hit you with the kneecap behind your knee and it makes you do that. Like you go backwards.
No, I never got that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. You're standing.
Yes, you're standing. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, that was evil.
We used to play stupid games in elementary school. I'm so glad social media just helped so many people not get hurt.
Yeah.
We used to play a game called, I guess, I don't know the name of the game, but if you say a word with a B, you get punched.
What?
Yeah. And yeah, man, it was called Baby Bridges or Burning Bridges was a game. So if you say, oh man, I was here before, and then people you're playing with, they'll jump your ass. They start punching you, and you got to say Baby Bridges or something like that. I was like 12 or 10. And that was a crazy game, bro. And but I didn't know, maybe that game was, now that I think about it, that I'm older, that must have been a game started by the local Crip gang.
Yeah. Yeah, had to be. That's actually really interesting that just like filtered down to you guys as kids.
But I have a comedian that works with us, and he's a blood. And sometimes when he gets really drunk, he remembers that he's a blood, and he starts talking like a blood, and he don't say none of the C words no more.
So does he hit the B on every word?
Every word that starts with a C. Like he'd be like, "Oh man, y'all ready to eat some birthday bake?" And that's, oh man, that's some bomb birthday bake.
I couldn't be in a gang at that level.
And then I know, man, like how I always imagine, like if you're like that person, and your wife is in the delivery room, and the doctor's scared to come out.
Hey, you got a baby.
Your wife about to have a B-section. Because imagine, man, the doctor comes out and is about to tell that my friend that his wife's gonna have a C-section. He'll be like, "No, that's some bullshit."
Pressing the doctor.
But I never thought about it till I started hanging out with my friend.
Yeah. I mean, I could never be in a gang at that level. I would for sure slip.
Me neither, man. There's too many rules now.
Yeah, I would.
Now
slip.
I heard there's some gangs now where they don't allow you to smoke crack or do heroin or do PCP or meth. I mean, I thought that the whole point with being in a gang was to be a loser, right?
Yeah. No, now they're organized, bro. They got standards.
I can never be in a gang anymore. I'm a big loser, bro. They're too organized now.
Yeah, man.
Oh, what? I can't be a heroin addict? I'm out of here.
Get me out, man. That's crazy. Like the military.
Yeah, because they have now, I guess. But when I got out, I didn't get it. When I went to rehab, they were having courts. Like they have like Sons of Anarchy where they have church and they all hang out and they have like meetings about the club. I guess gangs would have that and they would tell you not to do PCP anymore.
Interesting.
But I'm already on PCP right now.
Yeah, so
jumped.
Yeah.
I guess I became a liability.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, if you're doing bad stuff, you want people sober mind.
Yeah, I can never be in a gang, man.
Yeah.
So sometimes I've been asked, man, because people listen to the podcast, they listen to my stories, what I come through or been through.
Yeah.
And they want me to go speak at a place like where all the kids are already positive.
Yeah.
And they're doing good. And I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to speak to a bunch of people and tell them not to do what I did because I want to tell them to go do it. If you go do it. Don't worry about what God's going to think or your mom's going to think.
Yeah.
You know, do it.
Yeah.
Don't hold these feelings of wanting to be a bad person. Go be a bad person. Because sooner or later, you're going to be a good person again. Everybody that's ever been bad is always good.
Yeah.
You know, have a story to tell later on. Oh, man, I was a heroin addict and then I came out of it. But come out of it.
Yeah.
You know, don't hurt nobody along the way.
When we did Hot Laps, by the way, we did an episode of Hot Laps, me and Felipe. First of all, I was so stressed because that was like the first time the car was like that. And we hadn't tested it clearly.
I lost weight since then.
Were you pissed when you sat in the chair?
Nah.
Okay, all right.
I wish I was better feeling, but I have a large ass.
I was so stressed when we did that though, because I was like trying to research your life and I was like, this guy has such a significantly more interesting life than me. I didn't know what to ask. So I asked you like kind of silly stuff to kind of like make it funny. But yeah, it's funny that you say that because you have these crazy stories to tell. And just in the research, I'm like, I have nothing this interesting to say.
You know, I was just thinking about what you just said. And I was thinking about those older kids that were hooking up with women from West Hollywood.
Yeah.
And I remember my little brother, he was a foreign. I don't know how he did this, but I guess he'd always been good at seeking out information.
Yeah.
My mom taught us that too. My mom always knew where they're giving out free turkeys. She always knew where somebody's giving out free Christmas trees.
Yeah.
Somebody's giving out free furniture. Or she knew where all the hookups were in the city. And my brother, I guess he knew the same thing. He's in 5th grade or 6th grade, and he applies for a foreign exchange student program. And just have my mom sign it without reading it. He goes, Mom, I'm going to need your signature right here. Ponle, mijo. Pon donde, mijo? She didn't know English, bro. We would always translate everything for her. She just, ponga su fecha, put your signature. Then she put out there, Rafaela. Then out of nowhere, my brother surprised my mom, and they finally sat her down, my mom and dad too. I signed up for a foreign exchange program.
No.
¿Qué es eso? I'm going to fly out to Mexico City. And I'm going to live with a Mexican family for about a week, 2 weeks.
Paid? Just because?
The school you had paid for it. Everything. There was funds.
Okay.
But he had no spending money.
So he just went to another family.
He had no spending money.
Did he actually go? He went?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Bro, and we'll get back to this story, but this reminds me of when I was watching the Bad News Bears. Have you seen the original Bad News Bears?
I haven't.
Well, the original Bad News Bears, there's a Mexican kids in the Bad News Bears. A bunch of white kids, and there's a bunch of a black kid, and there's a fat kid, and there's a Latino kid. Look at the Latino kids in there. There's 2 Latino kids, right? So that little kid, they're going, Mom, we're gonna go to Houston, Texas, and we're gonna play they're gonna play somebody, right? And they're gonna go on this tournament, right? So these kids go with no coach, right? So all the kids, they go tell their parents, I'm gonna need $60. Are you sure that's all you need? That's all you need? And then they're all getting money, right, to go to this trip. And then finally they get to the 2 Mexican kids. And it goes, Mom, we're gonna need $7 for the 2 of us. You should have seen how scared.
Yeah.
But they need way more than $7.
Of course.
But you never go ask your mom for money with the exact amount you need because you're not going to get it.
Yeah.
You can't say, I need $200. You got to say, I need $700.
Yeah.
And then you lower it down to $200.
Yeah. So your brother, he tells your parents, and he's gonna. So the school pays for him to fly.
To fly, and they found a home.
Everything.
So my brother goes over there to Mexico City with a kid named Andres, and this kid, bro, is rich.
Yeah.
Like in Mexico City, rich. He plays football over there, Pop Warner.
Okay.
Like Pop Warner football with shoulder pads.
Yeah.
In Mexico City.
That's crazy.
In a town where all they know is football.
Yeah.
And baseball. And I mean, we're talking about soccer, football. So he's going to Chapultepec, bro. Pyramids.
Yeah.
He's getting cultured in Mexican culture more than I ever will be.
Yeah.
He's going to pyramids. He's eating lobster with them. He's eating ice cream, bro. He's having money. He told me, my brother said that, he goes, did you ever have to spend any money? He goes, nah, I didn't spend no money. They paid for everything. They gave me spending money.
Wow.
They would give me money to spend so I could buy something if I want to buy something.
Of course.
And how about my dad money? Those $7, I give it back to him. So he's over there hanging out, bro. I mean, on the way to and there's like celebrities from Mexico, like who knew about the program, and they're meeting my brother. And when it's time for that kid to come back to our house, bro,
shit,
that must have been the most culture shock moment ever, bro.
Yeah, of course.
Because they had to share a room with 3 people.
Oh my God, man.
We had bunk beds, and I was in the top bunk. I was in the bottom bunk, and my little brother was in the top bunk, and then he was sleeping in a twin bed on the side.
When he came back, did that change him? Did that make him work harder? Or was it just kind of like, damn, your little brother?
I don't know, man. I was more worried about that kid coming to our house now.
Oh, he came back? No way. I misunderstood.
No, the Mexican kid from Mexico, Andres.
The rich kid comes in.
He had to live in our project house.
No
With
way,
roaches
bro.
and shit. We're talking about 7 kids, bro. 2 parents, 4 bedrooms, and the housing projects. And this guy is rich, bro. He come from a different lifestyle from us, bro. First time he got there, we went to a swimming pool, and my brother was going to a swimming pool in Cancun and Acapulco. They took him to where the cliff divers, bro. He went to real beaches.
Yeah.
We took him to the public alley pool, bro, where you have to pay a quarter to get in.
Yeah.
And you got to put your clothes in a little green bag.
Yeah.
Man, dude, this guy was wearing those little tight-ass French Speedos, bro. Like Speedos, bro. Like pretty much, it looked like a woman's underwear. And he's laying in the floor like he's in the Riviera, bro, like this.
Yeah.
Like this, bro. Like he don't have a care in the world. And we never seen anybody lay on the floor trying to get sun.
Yeah, of course. So he didn't care.
No, he didn't. He was like tripping. He didn't care, man. We were just tripping out on him. And he asked, why is everybody looking at us? And I said, nah, they're looking at you, fool. Yeah. You're here naked. Yeah. And then he goes, we're going to go have lunch now. I go, get up. We're going to go have lunch now. And he goes, what restaurant? And I said, what? No, we're going to have lunch. Free lunch. This park has free lunch. So every that park gave free lunch. And because there was a summer camp.
Yeah.
And in the summer camp, they would go have free lunch at the park too, but the free lunch was provided for everybody. So we got in line, bro, and it was a big line. And,
of course.
And we got our sandwiches. It was some sandwiches with little orange juice, chocolate milk, and he didn't care, man.
That's cool,
he never looked down at us. He never looked down at us one time. He didn't like, to him it was like plus we're young, we're little, and he just grabbed his lunch and he ate it. You know, he made a little napkin for himself on his thing, and he ate his sandwich real slow, and we never seen anybody slow, bro.
Right.
I'm used to eating with animals, bro, where they devour everything, bro. Like a box of cereal, gone in one day.
Yeah. Yeah.
12 donuts, gone.
Yeah.
A bag of pan dulce, you never heard of it. Flour tortillas, gone. I mean, everything gone, bro. Like, there was no food.
Of course.
We were like termites, man. And, but
he sat there and he like enjoyed it.
It wasn't until the ice cream man came and that fool bought one ice cream. And he ate it by himself, and he didn't offer anybody anything.
That's when you felt it?
And I said, all right, let's see how it is. He going to offer me one lick?
Nothing.
Not one lick. And he was walking around with like 5 people, like all my little friends, and he was walking like this, and everybody just staring at him, asking him a question. What it tastes like? Delicious. Deliciosa. Como nunca has probado una nieve así. Like, he never had an ice cream from an ice cream truck, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess in Mexico, you just go to a drugstore and buy ice cream. And he had like a double one.
Yeah.
With frosting and sprinkles on it.
That pissed you off as a kid? Or
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We had no money. He had spending money. I never had spending money.
Yeah.
So I said, all right. And then later on, he bought a bag of chips and didn't share either. Okay. So we go to this reunion, bro, with all the other foster kids. And this fool gets into a fight with another foster kid. And another foster kid, they try to jump him. And my brother and I, we just let it happen, bro.
You should have let us have that ice cream, bitch.
We just let it happen, bro.
Of course, yeah.
And he came back crying. And we asked him, what happened?
Yeah.
I thought that you guys were all friends. He goes, nah, man, these guys don't like, they try to bully me at the other school. Why? Did it have to do with ice cream or something? Or chips?
Wow. So
he ended up getting his ass beat, bro, and everybody thought that we beat him up and shit.
Of course.
So we ended up hanging out. We went to one night my dad got all loaded, bro, and he fucked up my brother.
Was the rich kid like freaking out?
He was on his phone, bro, crying to his mom. Come get me. They conned us. He goes, I haven't seen anything but this bad neighborhood.
Yeah.
We went to Six Flags Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
But my dad could only afford to take one. So he looked at my brother, saying, you went to Mexico, your brother's going to go to Six Flags. Well, my brother said, but he's not even part of the foreign exchange program.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you went to Mexico.
So
me and that kid, we ended up going to Six Flags together, and we bonded there. And
have you talked to him since?
I don't remember him, bro. I don't remember that's his real name.
Yeah. Whatever.
But he wrote us one letter. He wrote us a letter because they're supposed to write a letter and say thank you.
Yeah.
So his mom, he wrote a letter back, but I remember, man, like how sad it must have been for this kid to come to our house and eating horrible food probably to him.
Yeah.
But he's probably a rich kid and with maids and cooks, you know. He come from a family like that, so to have an actual mom cook for you, and because my mom treated him like he was one of us, like she didn't like do a kick out on, like she didn't separate him, and he became one of us. Like we treated him like a regular brother, and
yeah,
a regular brother that had money for chips every day.
Yeah, he had money for chips and ice cream, but just for himself.
And I thought my dad was gonna pretend to be nice, but he didn't, man. He told that fool to calm down too one time.
Oh shit! Was he used to that? Like when your dad?
No.
Like,
that kid was not used to that, bro.
Did that scare him, or would he
scare the shit out of him?
Okay,
but he has nightmares. Plus, one time there was a shootout outside that you could hear live rounds.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? He lived in Mexico City in the 80s, so I'm pretty sure there was a big ass drug war going down.
Yeah, he must have heard at least once or twice.
But yeah, man, he was something else. Him and his Speedos.
Yeah, him and his Speedos.
It looked like he was doing like one of those suntan lotion commercials.
Yeah.
Bain de Soleil. I don't know.
The European way. Did you, because you were getting ready to go on tour last time I saw you, have you done those dates yet, or is that still coming up?
I just got back last week from Dublin, England.
Yeah, how was it?
Dublin was fine. I didn't have a show there, but I still hung out for 3 days.
Of course. My
show was canceled, so I'm already here. So I was there with my nieces, my 3 nieces, and their dad, my brother-in-law, and my sister-in-law. So all of my wife's family. Because my niece, she just got her master's degree in accounting.
Okay.
And she works for a real, real big accounting firm.
Mm-hmm.
Like, she's only 23 and she already got her master's. And my other niece, she got her master's in clinical studies. She's a therapist now, physical therapist. And my other niece, she's about to finish college. So we said, you know what? Let's get him a little nice graduation gift.
Yeah.
So we all went to. Plus, I had a show.
Yeah.
So it makes up for the trip.
Of course.
So we went to Dublin. And we hung out in Dublin, and their last name is O'Daniel, so they got to see like where the original O'Daniel name comes from.
Yeah,
and we learned a lot about our Irish history.
Yeah,
we visited the Irish prison.
A little bit about the IRA.
Yes.
Yeah,
a lot of people that were murdered from the IRA and from the 1916 Easter Rising and the 1920 to 1922. Irish Revolution, Civil War, all murdered there.
I mean, it's crazy because still North and South Ireland, like they're split. I didn't even realize that until I went there. That like,
oh, you went there?
Yes, yeah, last year.
You did a show?
Yeah.
Where?
Vicar Street. It's the one I feel like everyone goes. That's the name of the venue, Vicar Street.
That's not my show got canceled there. So they went to England afterwards. I did Leicester.
Yes, actually, I just did. Central London, so I didn't go to Leicester. Or actually, no, I did 5 stops in England. I did London. God, I'm blanking. Birmingham.
Nice.
Manchester. That was fun. I did Newcastle. Tough city. Dude, we get there and we're walking to the venue. And we see a guy walking and he seemed normal and just dropped trout, just shit right there in the street. Pants back up. Just kept on about his day.
Yeah, man. He was making peas mash.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I had one other stop.
Wow, that's good, man.
Yeah.
I went to a Newcastle Crystal Palace football game.
That must have been crazy.
We love Palace. But there was hooligans from Newcastle.
Yeah.
And they had their own little section.
Okay.
And they were all for Newcastle.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's every like football stadium, they have the like away box or whatever.
Yeah, they had the away box right there for their fans. And they were rowdy, bro.
Yeah.
And new Crystal Palace. I sat on a Crystal Palace because there was Crystal Palace stadium is where they shoot Ted Lasso.
Oh, okay.
Bro, they don't sell beer. They sell beer all through the whole game, but you can't take it in the stands.
Yes, you have to drink it. Yeah. So those rules are like, they always trip me out.
If those rules were at Dodger Stadium,
they wouldn't make a
left
dollar.
field pavilion would be empty.
Yeah, dude.
People would watch the game from the television.
Yeah, they would not be there, man.
Oh man, you can. Oh my, yeah, man. But people are rowdy, sober in that stadium.
I went to a Chelsea game. That was a bit more like, because Chelsea is
no security, huh? People still calm down.
Mm-hmm.
Like no security. Like there was no like, hey, this way.
Yeah, nothing.
You just know what. You just automatically know what to do.
I think that's the English way.
Yeah, an American way, you got to be handheld.
Yeah.
Please tell me where it is.
Yeah, we're all big babies.
I don't know. I've done that many times, bro. Like many times here. It's over there. I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Is there a cart? And I always do this. I don't know where that is.
Yeah.
Sir, just go through here then. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, we like to be told what to do. Yeah, no, we got to do Dublin and then a few stops in England. It was a good time.
Did you go to in Dublin to the Temple Bar?
Oh yes, yeah, we went to the area.
One, right?
Yeah,
the red one.
Yeah, it was a good time.
I think they didn't let me in.
Why?
Because I was wearing a tracksuit.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
If you're a tracksuit, you're a drug dealer in Dublin.
Yes. Yeah. I think I remember someone like warning me about that.
I had a light blue Adidas tracksuit with matching shoes.
Yeah.
Trying to go in there. Mate, no.
Yeah.
Have to be drink outside.
Dublin, I think, is the most nervous I've ever been before a show.
Yeah?
Yeah, because Irish people, they're funny and they chirp. And everyone kind of told me, like, oh yeah, Irish crowds, like the drunker they get, the more they think they're funnier than you. So I felt like I just had to get my set done as quick as possible before they got too lit, and then the heckling just would have been crazy. So,
oh man,
yeah,
I was nervous in my English show.
How'd it go?
But then I looked at the audience; they're all Latinos.
Yeah, oh, plenty over there.
But then I did a second show at a regular English comedy club where all British comedians.
Yeah,
and it was weird, man. I worked with a real funny comedian, and she was dressed like the equivalent of a British Kamala Harris.
Okay.
And she was like pretending to be a prime minister.
Oh.
And she had a whole costume, and she was like doing speeches. I guess she was imitating a prime minister. But she was funny, bro. Like her jokes were like her puns, and her political satire was killing that audience. Of
course.
So I said, oh, fuck, everybody here's smart. They're going to like all my dumb shit. I paint pictures on stage. So I went, oh, dude, they have an intermission in England after every comedian.
Yes.
That blew me away.
Yes. I
was like, hey, they're going to kill the momentum. What momentum? We're British. There is no momentum.
Yeah. I finished, but I fought to have that taken out of my show run.
I fought in what? The British one. My show, the first one was the opener went up, and then like Rodrigo Torres, and then like the comedian was the English girl, and she did like her time, and then a 15-20 minute intermission.
And they're all out there drinking.
And then the way they do it was the headliner just goes up. So I said, hell no, man. The MC goes back up and brings me up. So when I went to go do the British show the next day, at this bar, it was like 80 people, bro. Tight. It was like the size of this room.
Yeah.
Tight. When I went up on stage, man, I was so nervous. So I said, you know what? And I did all my material that I had from my other specials.
Yeah.
and I murdered, bro. I was like very proud of myself.
Yeah, that's great.
I just changed 2 jokes around and that was it.
Yeah.
Because they don't have child support.
Yeah.
So it's called child maintenance.
Yeah.
So I said, I used to be a horrible person. I used to sell marijuana to my son's mom's new husband. Then I would take that money and give it to her as child maintenance. He's a bloody genius.
Yeah.
The way he just changed words around, mate. But in Amsterdam, the comedian there is a Chicago comedian, and he moved to Amsterdam. He told me that the Dutch are so kind, and so they don't really laugh too much at mean jokes.
No.
So and I thought, that's tough. All my jokes are mean, but I had to change them around, and I still had a good show.
Yeah, Amsterdam, I feel, is like great as for American comedy. They embrace it.
But I noticed something when they told me that they're very nice. They're very mean. They don't like mean jokes. And I started realizing how everywhere I went, everybody was nice to me, real super nice, extra nice. Then I realized something. All these places have been bombed.
Yeah. Yeah. They've all been.
Did we talk about that last time?
No.
He goes, they're all been bombed. Amsterdam and got bombed hard.
Yeah.
Because when I went up on stage, the comedian had an okay set, but I made fun of him. I said, man, I haven't seen a bombing like that in World War II in Rotterdam.
Did they go for it?
They died.
Yeah.
Because Rotterdam is obliterated, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But Rotterdam used to look like Amsterdam with the same homes.
Yep.
But they were they all bombed.
Now it's all new.
No more windmills.
Yeah. Now it's all modern and crazy looking.
Modern.
Yeah.
And he goes, oh, the Hawaiians are so nice. They're bombed.
Yeah, dude.
The French are so rude. They never been bombed,
yeah.
And they surrender immediately.
Yeah.
The Germans just marched right in.
Yeah, that's why we're assholes. We do all the bombing.
Yeah. Oh, the Japanese are so nice.
Yeah.
They keep saying thank you over and over. 2.
Yeah. Yeah,
and then everybody else, Latinos, they're so mean.
No bombings yet.
We don't do. Nobody bombed us.
Yeah. No one's bombed Mexico, the United States,
Canada.
No one's bombed, but they're like
Argentina. Nobody bombed them.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
they're super rude.
Yeah,
the nicest country are the ones that people bombed.
That's a great observation. People
say Germans are real nice. Hello.
I learned that Germans are they're really, really by the rules. Like when I was over there, people were saying they're very, and so much so that I started doing some jokes about like abortion, and someone I thought was heckling me, and so I kind of fire up. I'm like, the fuck you say? And then they go, because I'm nervous, so I kind of sometimes have a bad habit of like turning it on the crowd. So I get heckled, and it's a decent sized room, and I'm like, "Fuck you say?" And she goes, "No, I'm saying you're right." And I go, "Oh, I never had that before." Someone's like agreeing with me, like she's almost being like, "Yeah." So I guess my joke was like super accurate, so that's why she liked it. This week on the bonus,
I'm doing my show and my teeth come off. Bitch, I said what I said. Don't smoke crack, and if you do, smoke the air through the side like this.
When she took the mic from you,
I felt like somebody pants me.
Yeah.
Watch the full episode by signing up for a membership at tmgstudios.tv.
Go follow Felipe on everything.
Thank you, man, for having me.
Buy a ticket.
Buy tickets.
Was it Felipe's World?
Felipe'sWorld.com.
.com, baby. Yeah, thank you, man.
Thanks for having me again.
Always.